Hello there. My Kenobi. First I want to say sorry for the long amount of time in between the two videos. For a refresher, we went to this location 4913 Stardust Way and found a lot of weird stuff. Found two guys there. I mean, like I said, go back and watch the video. This is hard to just recap. But we found some old laptops. As a matter of fact, I actually think I do have them. Here's one of them. This one was the one, I believe the screen got destroyed. Let's see what. Yeah. The guy bashed this one in. The other guy hammered it with a hammer and completely destroyed them. But we felt that we could probably still get some information out of them, and we found an external hard drive, which is actually right here too. But I just gave all this to a guy that I know that he's got his connections, he's got his people, I gave it to him so he could get as much info off of it as he could, and he ended up putting it all, at least the information that he thought was relevant to our situation. At least that's what I asked him to do. And he put all of it on this USB drive. It looks very similar to the original drive that we found before, but I mean, I thought it was interesting. So yeah, just need to meet up with Hunter and really discover what this thing holds. But I don't know, man. I'm nervous to see what this thing holds, because like I said, it's been quite an interesting ride, and I don't feel like we're anywhere closer to figuring out what this orb is. I'm waiting on Hunter. He will be here sometime today, and we're gonna look at everything. So yeah, let's do this. Clapping yours. Okay. That way we're both synced.
Yeah.
All right. Mics have been tested. All right.
Okay.
So we have all of the stuff, which it really, I haven't opened it, really not that much, actually. I told my friend to find everything, because he knows about what we've been doing and what we've been trying to figure out. So I said, find anything on these laptops and this drive that has any resemblance, like anything that is relevant, basically.
What all did you find? You found a lot? A little bit?
Really, it's just 4 files right now.
Just 4?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a lot.
So he gave me just this USB to
What all did we give him? We gave him
the 2 laptops and the external hard drive and
okay,
that little recorder that was also in that box.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure there's anything on that. It had a card in it, so I just gave that to him too. Gave it all to him so he could find some relevant stuff. This is what he has right now, and he said if he finds anything else, he'll let me know later or something. So, but as far as we know, this is the only things that are relevant. So.
How much is he charging you? Is he charging you anything for this?
We didn't discuss that, so maybe I'll just buy a McDonald's or something. All right, here we go. Whoa, this is looks like a letter.
Looks fancy.
You see that symbol? That actually looks like a...
Looks like an amino acid.
I don't know, like, could that be like the logo of whatever this company is? This looks like some sort of like company letter.
I don't know if that's a company or if it's just like the design, because you see on the kind of the template of this page, it looks like it could be a design. I don't know. We'll
see. Okay, so this is to David A. Smith from William T. Wright. Mr. Smith, I am writing this to update you on our findings on the Halocron. The Halocron? What's that?
What's the Halocron?
I don't know. Let's just keep reading. Maybe this whole...
Maybe elaborate.
As far as we know, the Halocron is using electromagnetic waves to power itself, but we have not been able to harness the power. My best scientists are on this project now. However, the military is still pushing to have inspections very soon. Director Charles is doing everything he can to delay the inspection so we can complete Project Synergy. Project Synergy.
Dude, I'm
This is
getting
kinda
some X-Men vibes from this.
Yeah, this is.
Director Charles Xavier.
I want to take more extreme measures to get better results. Dr. Fincher has been repeatedly warning that if something goes wrong, the effects could be catastrophic.
Is a holocron like a weapon? mean,
I don't know, like it's using,
what it's,
that might be what they're trying to use it for, so they can harness the power. Because this is for the military. Why would they not want to weaponize this thing?
Yeah.
Whatever this holocron thing is.
I mean, we've all seen Avengers. They tried to harness power of the Tesseract, so I mean.
Yeah, you know the government, that anything that has power, they want control over it, you know. I'm going to immediately get canceled for saying that. I think he is blinded by greed, wanting to perform his own experiments on the holocron. We will not hearken to misguided simpletons. Wow. Dr. Fincher is very close to termination. I will give you further information next week. Okay.
Okay, so what we got? We got a David Smith.
We got
William
David
Wright.
Smith, a William Wright,
So,
Director Charles, and Dr. Fincher.
so we got 4 people in this.
4 names. So now we have names in this.
We got an object called the holocron,
Yeah,
whatever that is. And it's got some sort of power to it.
Electromagnetic waves to power
Now,
itself.
could that be, and it's got power, I mean, to harness the power, are they talking about that thing?
I mean, we found it at Camp Minden. There's a possibility.
Yeah.
But I really don't know.
And I mean, you saw what happened when I touched it.
No, I didn't.
Well, yeah, neither one of us did,
It
but
knocked us
something
both
happened,
out.
yeah.
But all I remember is that you touching it and then literally what the camera showed. And then Project Synergy. Like that.
Project Synergy.
Maybe we'll find out more. I don't know. But
Let's see,
like I
let's see
said,
the
this
other
could be
3
very
files
vague,
you
but
had.
we'll see.
Yeah.
So this one's called Fincher, which
Fincher,
is literally
okay,
the
let's see
scientist's
what we
name.
got. Yeah, let's see
Termination
what
of... Oh, hey, look. So that's the company's
okay,
logo.
so that is the company logo. Explo Systems. That's got to be the company.
Yeah, the company that was involved or something
Yeah.
down at Camp Minden, possibly. I mean, he put it in here, so it's got to be. To David Fincher from William T. Wright. Dr. Fincher, in our previous letter, you were advised by your head of department to give more attention to your duties and improve your performance on Project Synergy. So here we go, Project Synergy again. In spite of this, no improvement has been noticed in your performance. Therefore, it is regretfully informed on behalf of the management that your services are no longer needed. As of today, your termination will be put into immediate effect. You may obtain clearance from the account department. Wishing you the very best of success in your endeavors.
That's like...
So they just gave him a
harsh.
letter. They didn't even like call him in.
But like immediately, not even like a 2 weeks or nothing. He's just gone.
He's gone. Well, I mean, they gave him a warning they gave him a letter saying to give more attention to his duties, and then this could have been going on a long time. So this David Fincher.
Yeah. There's no date on this thing, so we don't really know how long
Right.
he had to.
Well, the explosion happened in 2012.
Yeah.
So somewhere around that time, possibly. This is I would think before, because if once that explosion happened, you would think.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure they weren't writing letters after that explosion.
In the previous letter, you know, it said they wanted inspections done, and it seemed like they were trying to keep this project a secret to whatever they were doing there.
Yeah.
And so I'm imagining this is all happening before this explosion happened. So
there's only a handful of people that knew about Project Synergy anyways.
Right.
Based on this.
So whatever they were doing at
Very
Camp Minden
secretive.
was a front.
Yeah.
And this is what they were doing behind the scenes,
Yeah.
possibly. Which I don't know what they were doing at Camp
Wow,
Minden.
dude, that's crazy.
Let's see. There's an article here. Minden News. Yeah.
Cool.
Camp Minden News.
Nice.
5 men responsible for explosion at Camp Minden. So there's 5 guys. Okay.
5 guys. You ever had 5 guys?
Nope, never been there.
It's good. It's a little
I've heard it
pricey,
was
but
very
it's good.
pricey. That's what I
The
heard.
French fries are amazing.
All right, guys. Next place we'll eat.
Yeah.
Employees of the company, Explo Systems, were sentenced on Friday for a criminal conspiracy involving Army explosives. A federal judge sentenced 5 men on Thursday. Wait, it just said Friday. They were sentenced on Friday, and now they're sentenced on Thursday.
We're sentenced on Friday.
So whoever wrote this is another day.
Yeah.
For their roles, they were sentenced on Thursday for their roles in a 2012 explosion in Louisiana that created a 7,200-foot mushroom cloud in the sky. So that's probably that explosion we saw
Yeah.
on that video.
Video, yeah, last.
The strange saga involved turning a Louisiana National Guard facility into the largest illegal dumping ground of the military explosives in the history of the United States. The defendants were handed prison sentences ranging from 2 to 5 years. The blast shattered windows in a 4-mile radius, derailed 11 rail cars. Oh wow! And spurred the evacuation. I think that means evacuation of the nearby town of Doyline, Louisiana. National Weather Service radar showed a 7,200-foot smoke plume resembling that of a wildfire, and some locals initially speculated the explosion was caused by a meteorite. David Allen Smith is sentenced to 55 months in prison. He was a co-owner.
And he was the one that he received a letter from that William Wright guy.
Yeah, William Wright.
He got a letter
so
from
the co-owner.
William Wright.
So William Wright must have.
Who's William Wright then?
The other's vice president of operations, William Carey Wright.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Vice president of operations. So he's reporting to the co-owner David Smith in those letters.
Yeah.
Okay. Director of Support Technology Charles Ferris Callahan. So he's a director. Okay, so the Director Charles, that's who they're talking about in that letter as well. Like he is trying to keep them at bay, keep the military inspections at bay. So that's who he is. So he's Director of Support Technology and stuff like that. So they're all going to serve between 2 to 5 years in prison, which David Allen, almost 5 years. All of the defendants pleaded guilty. Theoretical physicist, wow, what a title, David Fincher, died before the trial could start. David Fincher is the guy. He's the.
Is he the guy that got fired?
Yeah. Yeah. He was the scientist that was not doing what they asked him to do. He was saying it was dangerous, stuff like that. At least what the letter said. He was warning that it could be catastrophic. So he was the one that was probably butting. I imagine, from what we've understood here,
so he was butting heads.
He was probably butting heads with the head guys and not wanting to do his job.
And so he died before trial could start. I wonder if he had more information that he was.
Well, I mean, he was head theoretical physicist, so I imagine he was a top-notch guy.
Kind of information.
Well, yeah.
Do you think they killed him before the trial could start? That way they'd have less prison time?
It's possible. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this kind of has even though we got some information here, this really is very vague still.
Exactly.
From what it sounds like, Project Synergy was not out to the public.
Exactly.
And as far as this article concerns,
nobody knew.
No one has found out about it.
Exactly.
No one outside of this little group.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody else knows about it, but it's sounding like it's very important to these guys. Like they're trying to be real secretive about it.
Yeah.
From what it appears, it looks like they might have killed this Fincher guy before he could release information regarding the project.
It doesn't say his cause of death. It just said he died.
Yeah.
But we do have one more
file
here. It's an audio file.
Oh, an audio file.
Remember from that? So he did find something from that recorder.
He did get something off the recorder. Okay.
So
let's listen to this.
Let's give this a listen.
I'm telling you, your experiments are becoming too dangerous. You don't know what you're doing.
Your opinion does not matter anymore. You were terminated yesterday. You need to leave.
No one here knows the power the holocron holds.
And you think you know?
If you give me more time with it, I can uncover it.
You no longer work here, Fincher. And if you do not leave now, then I will have you escorted off of the premises. Do you want that?
I apologize. I will leave. Is it up here?
Yes. Take a right and have a nice life. Yes. That's fine. I will be home soon. Don't worry. Oh no.
A lot to unpack there.
Oh my goodness.
That just like,
Was that the explosion?
I'm thinking that was the explosion.
What it sounded like to me.
Yeah, like the explosion that happened in Camp Minden.
Yeah. So he got terminated the day before the explosion happened.
Yeah, day before, and from what this sounds like, he came back to talk to whoever this other guy is. It could be David Allen Smith, or it could be William T. Wright,
Yeah.
or Charles. But I'm actually thinking it could have been Wright because he's the one that terminated him, from what I understand.
Yeah, he's the one that sent the termination papers.
Yeah, so he was probably his boss or whatever. I don't know why this was recorded. This could have been just like for like lawsuit purposes because he came back to the premises. Because he said he was terminated yesterday, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's terminated yesterday. He showed up, from what I gather, and trying to plead his case about this halocron thing.
He thinks he knows what he's
Well, I imagine he's been around it more.
harnessed the power, probably, because he was he's a physicist, so he was the one who was probably messing with it every day. The
Studying it.
halocron.
And they wanted to up the experiments, go a little bit
Yeah.
crazier with them or whatever. And I'm imagining that he literally was there to warn him that they're going too hard on this. And then literally the day after he was fired, boom.
So what actually exploded? Do you think the halocron exploded? If they were putting too much stress on it? Like doing too heavy experiments?
This literally probably confirms that. It's like too much of a coincidence to not be it, because he literally was warning him, your experiments are becoming too dangerous. No one there knows what they're doing. Well, it sounds like him. He knows, or somewhat knows.
I'm still wondering what's the halocron?
Could be that orb. Could be something else that we just don't know about.
I mean, we know this orb's got
some
kind of power to it, because it let me be mind controlled, and whenever I touched it, then it knocked us out.
So, okay, they did say the halocron is powered by electromagnetic waves.
Yeah.
It would only make sense that that's the halocron because when you touched it, it affected my camera, and my camera works off electronics. So maybe when you touched it, it released some burst, and in this audio file we heard some sort of electrical wave pass by, like the
it distorted it.
Whenever that explosion happened, you could hear like the shock wave come by. When it passed him, it was it was like electronics.
It sent out some sort of EMP kind of burst, but it didn't kill electronics, it just distorted them.
Let's listen to this part again. This one thing really interests me. Now, you heard that alarm. You remember back when we listened to that other vague file before we went to Camp Minden, it was an explosion, we heard an alarm, and then it reversed? Listen. So it was in reverse, so that did something. But it also kind of sounds like Fincher might have been obsessed with it because he sounded desperate. He said, if you give me more time with it, I can uncover, I'm assuming, the power, more, whatever. And who this guy was that wasn't having it, tell him to get out. And then we heard the explosion. So, that could be it. That could be the halocron.
So what you're saying is
based on...
That's a bomb.
Not necessarily.
Because
see, I'm trying to downplay this. This is in my house now.
I don't really want to be in here right now.
Well,
like if that's a bomb, like what made it explode? Like, I mean, how long has it been here? A couple weeks now.
At least a month.
And it hadn't done anything. It's just been sitting there this whole time.
Sitting there. So I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. It works off electromagnetic waves. Let's theorize this. Works off electromagnetic waves. This halocron, and you heard the electromagnetic wave pass by. It affected you and allowed mind control, possibly, from what we understand right now.
I mean, brains work on electromagnetic pulses.
Yes.
So that's how.
And if they were performing extreme experiments, maybe, and whenever you touched it, when it was activated, maybe those experiments that they were doing, it probably caused maybe everything around it to explode. Maybe the machinery that they were using, possibly, or whatever, or it could have just been the wave, the electromagnetic pulse that was given off of it.
Yeah.
That could be it, but We're gonna have to do some more digging to find something else out. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I might contact my guy again just to get deeper into it. I want to give him a name, this guy, so everyone has an idea of who he is. I'll just go with Brian, just so people can have the name Brian. He's our guy. That I'm gonna contact him again to see if maybe he has something else.
Yeah, see if he's got something, because he sent this to you a couple days ago, so he might have found something by now.
Yeah. So that's all we have to go off right now. I mean, I hate in the video like this, and we haven't really.
That's crazy.
This opened the world up. We have names. We have possibly
We have
what that thing is
projects,
called.
names.
A project,
We've
you know.
got
It opened up the world a little bit more.
like
At
a
least this
conspiracy
whole
going,
this
what
whole
we got.
mystery, you know. So I'm just gonna have to call him.
That's crazy. Yeah.